If every country played by the same rules, some of them still wouldn't be allowed to win. Not because they lack resources, not because they lack effort, but because the system they operate in quietly decides the outcome before the game even begins. Today, we're told a simple story. Work hard, open markets, grow your economy, and eventually, prosperity follows. Some countries did exactly that, and they got rich. Others did the same, and stayed poor. That gap isn't random. Usually dollars. So the country shifts its priorities. It focuses on exports, selling goods to the global market, earning foreign currency, not necessarily producing what its own population needs, but what the global system demands. And here's where the system starts tightening. If global prices drop, if demand weakens, if something as simple as a currency shift happens, that country earns less, or worse, becomes more expensive. Now add another layer. Many of these loans come with policy conditions. Cut spending, reduce subsidies, open markets, privatize assets. On paper, it sounds efficient. In reality, it often means governments have less control over their own economy, less room to respond to crises, less ability to protect local industries. And here's the quiet irony. The same countries that developed earlier used protection, used subsidies, used state control when they needed it. But the rules change once you're outside the circle. So now you have a country earning in unstable markets, owing in stable currencies, operating under external conditions, and trying to grow at the same time. If growth slows, debt doesn't. If revenues fall, payments don't. So what happens? The country borrows again. Now zoom out. At a global level, this creates a pattern. Capital tends to flow toward already stable economies, where risk is lower, returns are predictable, while higher risk countries pay more to access the same capital, higher interest, stricter conditions, less flexibility, which reinforces the gap. The rich get cheaper money. The poor get expensive money. And over time, that difference compounds. So even when a developing country does everything right, it's still operating inside constraints it doesn't control. Global interest rates, currency fluctuations, commodity cycles, decisions made far outside its borders. And when things go wrong, the adjustment doesn't happen evenly. It happens locally. Spending cuts, currency devaluation, rising costs for everyday people. The system stabilizes, but at a cost. And that cost isn't evenly distributed. This doesn't mean countries are powerless, but it does mean the playing field isn't neutral. It's shaped, structured, influenced by incentives that favor stability at the center and flexibility at the edges. So when we ask why some countries stay poor, we often look inward. Policy, governance, corruption. And those things matter, but they're not the full picture. Because there's also a system, quietly shaping outcomes from the outside. A system where access to capital comes with conditions, where growth depends on factors beyond national control. They stay that way.